See the way you're taking care of your mama, the way you're taking care of me, the way you light up any room, girl, you're what this world should be. Tomorrow, tonight, the rest of my life, I wanna be the man you want me to be. So starting right now, girl, tell me everything you need. I just wanna wake up every day here in this bed and never leave I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just wanna be good as you. Girl, you're more than just the surface. Yeah, you got the heart of gold. So when it comes to loving you, baby, now it'll never get old. Tomorrow, tonight, the rest of my life, I wanna be the man you want me to be. So starting right now, girl, tell me everything you need. I just wanna wake up every day here in this bed, never leave I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just wanna be good as you. Good as you, baby. Never leave I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just wanna be good as you. I just wanna wake up every day here in this bed, never leave I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just wanna be good as you. Baby, I just wanna be good as you.
So welcome, one and all, to this truly beautiful day as we celebrate the love of two very special people, Chris and Melissa. As we're gathered here at the stunning Anantara resort on this very, very humid evening, is everybody? Are we okay though? Good, good. Well, as we are gathered here, please do remember that it is love that has brought us here today. The beautiful, hopeful, sentimental love that Chris and Melissa share simply must be celebrated. But it's not all about the mushy stuff, don't worry, Chris. There's also time to have a great laugh. We'll dance, we'll eat, and be full of joy, as today is a celebration of the marriage ahead, and a day that we're incredibly lucky to be a part of. For Chris and Melissa, it means the world to be able to share this special day with all of you, and they can't thank you enough for their love and support throughout their lives and through the time that they have been together. It's not all couples that get to say that their love and support spans over 6,800 miles. Today we're here to celebrate one of life's most treasured moments, the forming of a marriage. The commitment of combining their lives together, forming a team that will see them navigate the mountains and valleys of life ahead, perhaps with a spectacular waterfall along the way. So let us kick off by hearing the tale of how these two lovely people met. Like any fairy tale, our story begins in a land far, far away and takes us all the way back over to Manchester, England. Chris and Melissa met on a dating app back in January 2022, and after chatting for a little while, they decided to take the plunge and meet up, knowing that this connection was one worth pursuing. But first I wanted to touch on what their lives were like leading up to meeting. Melissa was studying very hard. She was spending long days in the library, relaxing at the weekend, travelling a little with friends, and enjoying life in the UK. And although she says that she wasn't particularly searching for her prince, she did occasionally look at the dating apps, joking with friends, letting off steam, and using it as a way to take a break from her hard work. Chris was also looking at his plan for the future. In his own words, he says that his life was pretty boring, actually. And it's clear that Melissa came at the perfect time for him. He had started flying lessons, had just applied to join the Navy, and was working as a maths tutor. I think we can tell which one of those made it into the dating profile. It's the flying lessons, it's pretty cool. And even Chris does attribute some of Melissa's initial interest to this on the profile. Would you say that's true? The flying lessons? Yes, she liked the flying lessons. They do say that sometimes love comes along when you're least expecting it. In today's world, it is so normal to swipe through dating apps as single people. Not everyone expects something to come from it, but occasionally it does. The stars align, the right person is using the same app, in the same sort of area, and has noticed you too. There must have been something in the texting that went backwards and forwards to each other, because they shortly moved on to the next stage of actually meeting up. So after chatting for a little while, they arranged a date in a coffee shop. Both Chris and Melissa say that they were really looking forward to meeting, filled with nerves, excitement, and hoping for a fun, easygoing date where they would both get to know each other a little bit more. However, this did not go quite according to plan. Neither party kept to the agreed time. Chris was 45 minutes early, and Melissa was late. A little difference there, but I guess neither were on time. Melissa says that she was so nervous to tell Chris that she was running late because she didn't want to leave a bad impression. But there was nothing she could do. The elevator in her apartment block was broken, her bus was cancelled, the Uber was delayed, there was just no way of getting there on time. Never mind though, both made it and sat with their drinks hoping to get to know each other a little, with the nervous butterflies quickly passing once they were in each other's company. This might have had something to do with the fact that the coffee shop that they had met in was unbelievably loud and busy. They could barely hear each other, customers were jostling lattes, they were squashed onto a small table, and so some would say it was not the perfect place for a first date. But nevertheless, they spent 2 hours chatting, so they made the most out of it. Knowing that it hadn't gone quite how they'd hoped, but not being put off, they agreed to try again and arranged another. Chris and Melissa began to spend more and more time together, and it wasn't long before their friendship blossomed into a relationship and shortly love. For Chris, he knew he loved Melissa from very early on. Right from the start, he wanted to spend all of his time with her. And apparently, it was through the route of lemon cupcakes that he fell in love. He had once mentioned to Melissa that lemon was his favourite flavour. Melissa had remembered and made an effort to make some mouth-watering cupcakes as a surprise. And that was it. Love. He's agreeing. Melissa fell in love with Chris pretty quickly too. She shared with me that she was so impressed with his care for her, looking after them both, and having her always in mind. It was on one of their walking trips that he came oh so prepared for, with water, snacks, the travel booked, and the route planned, that she looked at him and was blown away by how safe and secure she felt in his presence. She reminisced about how she fell in love in that very moment. She says, "I love that he's so thoughtful and always trying to look after me. It's just the little things that he does that makes me love him so much." The relationship moved from strength to strength, and their bond grew deeper, finding out how much they had in common and wanting to spend more and more time in each other's company. Chris and Melissa spent their time exploring the UK, hiking mountains, touring historic sites, and eating lots of delicious food. Moving further into holiday in Europe, they visited Italy and created wonderful memories there too. When they're not adventuring, you might find them playing badminton or watching Lord of the Rings together. Apparently, one of Chris's first tests of character was how Melissa reacted to a Lord of the Rings movie marathon. And apparently, despite being more of a Fast and Furious kind of girl, she passed with flying colours and actually really enjoyed it. When chatting to Melissa, she touched upon some of their differences and what they've learned from each other. She said, "As we come from two completely different worlds, we have learned a lot from each other. From food, cultural differences, languages, histories and traditions. Even traditions like an Easter egg hunt, which she had never done before, and having a Sunday roast every week." Melissa went on to say, and I did nearly miss this bit out, but Melissa went on to say, "I think I introduced him to a lot of amazing food, more than he did to me. No offence, but Malaysian food is just so much better than British." And I think I agree. Next in their story came the proposal, and within 1 year of being together, Chris had popped the question. One Sunday morning, Chris told Melissa that they were going for a walk in a place called Hebden Bridge, Yorkshire, UK. Melissa was unaware of what was to come, but thought it was a nice idea and didn't notice any of the hints that might have given the game away. Along the walk, they came across a waterfall, which they both agree is a special, meaningful thing for them both and holds personal memories for them as a couple. Chris said that he wanted to take a photo of them together and set up a tripod and camera. And although Melissa was surprised, because Chris never wanted to take photos of them both, as he's pretty camera shy, she didn't remember that she had once told him, when they were talking about a proposal, that she had said that she wanted it to be filmed. So well remembered, Chris. Melissa says, "The moment he got on one knee, I just started laughing so hard. And he had to tell me to stop laughing so that he could finish what it was that he wanted to say." I'm hoping it was nervous laughter. Chris also then fell over trying to get back up the slope to the camera, which if you weren't already laughing, you would have been at this point anyway. Either way, she said yes. They finished their walk and had a nice Turkish lunch, and then that was that. They made an announcement on social media, kept things simple, starting to plan their weddings, 2 weddings, and enjoying their news quietly together, all loved up. Shortly after, they were then legally married in Manchester, enjoying a simple ceremony with some close friends and family, and waiting for the wedding of their dreams here in Malaysia. Now, marriage has its tough times. There's mountains to climb, obstacles to navigate, and hurdles to hurdle. But Chris and Melissa have already experienced some of this, and come out stronger the other end and more certain of their future together. As some of you may be aware, before Chris and Melissa were together, Chris was in the process of entering the British Navy, specifically to work in submarines, with the potential to be away from home for long periods of time, with little to no contact with loved ones if he was deployed. But then along came Melissa, and his world got turned upside down. Whilst he was training, he wrote Melissa love letters and illustrated them with his memories of being together. Melissa had taught him what true romantic love was, the power of this love, and as a couple, they decided that this was not the path that they wanted to start off their relationship on. Instead, Chris came home, and they settled into a new life together, setting up their first home, which was much more of what the couple wanted and suits them to a T. It is clear that this lovely couple are perfect for each other. The way that they talk about their love and their life together truly is special. They both express that without realising, it felt like there was something missing in their lives before they met. After listening to their stories and getting to know them better, this feeling that they were talking about, to me, is summed up by having someone who that they can both share their experiences with. It's a partner, it's a best friend, a wife, a husband, and a soulmate. Someone to share long, exciting adventures with and new experiences, but also someone who will share your quiet times, who will listen to music on a rainy day, who will curl up on the sofa reading with you, who will visit new restaurants, or simply someone who you can come home to after a long day. And this is something that a lot of people hope for, someone to share their life with. And lucky for Chris and Melissa, they have found it in each other. They speak so fondly of each other. It is clear to see that they are just brimming with their love for each other. Melissa explains that we always talk to each other and we always listen. We have never had a single fight since the day that we met, and it's so strange because I expected that we would have a lot of arguments due to our cultural backgrounds, yet we always find a way to navigate things without fighting. When Chris talks about Melissa, he says, "She is so caring and thoughtful. She looks after me, not only when I'm ill, but all of the time. She is always there to listen to me, even when it's about a boring topic that I've been reading about." So they're very much on the same page there. Care and communication at the heart of the relationship, which is perfect. So now, this is where things get a little real as you make your commitments and promises to each other, and they will form the foundation of your marriage ahead. You'll now exchange your personal vows to each other. I would like to ask Mike, Chris's father, So both of these lovely people are a little shy of centre stage. Have you got it with you? Really? So, both these lovely people are a little shy of centre stage. So we're going to flip a coin to establish who will go first with their bows. He has been practicing, believe it or not. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Mike, it says here, thank you, Mike, perfectly done. But I'm not saying it. Okay.
Melissa, since the moment I saw you, since the day we met, these are just some of the openers that ChatGPT recommended you. Yeah, this felt a little insincere, when all I wanted to say was I love you. But there isn't the vocabulary to describe how I feel about you. You filled my life with so much joy and colour that it would be easier to talk about my life in terms of BM and AM, before Melissa and after Melissa. You're an incredibly talented girl. You're my favourite comedian, you're my favourite chef, you're my favourite dancer, but most of all, you're my favourite person. I promise to support you in your career and be your biggest cheerleader. I promise to share my food, even when I make a better order, which is always. And I promise to always be your doorway, to look up to. I can't imagine life without you. I can't wait for many decades to come.
Hey husband, every day when I look at you, I still can't believe you are my husband. Just looking at your face makes me so happy. But not your face when you just woke up. Just grumpy as hell. It's okay, I still love you. I love that you always look after me. You always make sure that I'm warm enough, full enough, and if I'm happy. But I also want you to be happy, because when you're happy, I'm happy. Hence, to make sure both of us are happy, here are my promises to you for our happy future. I promise to always listen to your summary of your favorite podcasts. I promise to go to the gym more with you. I promise to cook your favorite pork at least once every month. I promise to buy the M&S Diamond Strawberries only during the summer. I cannot wait to get our first dog together and make a home with you. A home where my friend always say it is so cozy and Instagram worthy. You are my favorite person, my best friend, my fish, and my chef. I love you always and forever, and I hope that one day you can watch F1 with me.
So as you begin this next chapter, please let your love continue to grow and flourish, nourished by respect, trust and compassion. Remember to always communicate, to listen and to support each other. Embrace the joyous moments and find strength through the challenges. Chris and Melissa have decided that they would like to exchange rings as a token. Oh, they look panicked then. There were rings, right? Chris and Melissa, one second. Chris and Melissa have decided that they would like to exchange rings as a token of love and commitment to one another. The ring itself is a never-ending circle that cannot be broken, but they also have something even more meaningful to add into the mix as well. The ring that Melissa will wear is an heirloom from Chris's great-grandmother Joyce. We won't get out a family tree, but this is Chris's mother, Catherine, Chris's mother's mother, great-grandmother Joyce. passed down through these generations of women into his family, it now finds a new home with Melissa and Chris. The family hope that you will look at this ring and be reminded of the strength and unity of many of the marriages that have gone before you and that are around you today. And to know that you, Melissa, are welcomed into Chris's family with love. By making this commitment today, Chris and Melissa, your relationship will become stronger and deeper. Within this partnership, you will form a place where you can both feel safe and secure and excited and full of love. Whilst exchanging rings, you will make promises to one another that will unite you and that you shall carry forward into your married lives together. So if we can have the rings. Before we end our ceremony today, I'd like to touch on what the future holds for Chris and Melissa. One of the things that they've both told me was that they've done a lot of adulting together. They've grown and developed since being together. They've moved into a flat, successfully obtained new jobs, sorted out visas, planned weddings, the list goes on. And that's quite a lot in just over a year and a half. Moving at this pace, it looks like the future could be very busy and pretty full on, so make sure that you take some time to settle yourselves into your marriage. It's not just the sharing of a name, the rings on your fingers and the paper that you sign. It's about supporting each other, giving your time, energy and kindness to one another, even when you don't feel like it, you still have to. But Chris and Melissa, both Chris and Melissa, say that they're looking forward to continuing to build that home full of love and respect, supporting each other, as they said, in their dreams and careers, and spending time enjoying the little things. They also look forward to more trips away together, both home and away. I heard whisperings of Japan. And they will forever be on a waterfall hunt together, finding beautiful views and reminding them of their early relationship. You have fallen in love with each other and chosen to spend your lives with each other as a married couple, and today made that commitment in front of your friends and family. With the support, blessings and love of those here today, in person, on Zoom and in our hearts, may you set out in a lifetime of respect and love for each other in marriage. From me, it has been an absolute pleasure to celebrate your love with you today. I wish you love and luck and happiness for the future. I will move out the way, because that concludes the ceremony. So Chris, you may kiss your bride.
Swear that you're staying single, next thing you know, you meet a girl at a bar, the next thing you know, you get her laughing, it's 2 a.m. You're telling your buddies 3 months in that she ain't moving in, but next thing you know, there's a U-Haul trailer, next thing you know, your old apartment, it's y'all's new place. There goes the carpet, but the deer head stays. Next thing you know, you're saving money like never before, just spend it all at a jewelry store, getting down on one knee on her mama's porch, just pray she don't say no. Next thing you know, your best man gives a half-drunk speech, and you're sunburned on a honeymoon beach, and your left hand's getting used to that ring, and there the next 2 or 3 years gone. Next thing you know, weren't really trying, next thing you know, there's a test on the counter, next thing you know, she's standing there crying, nodding her head yes, you're half excited, half scared to death, cause next thing you know, you're wearing scrubs and a funny white hat, and the doctor saying how you doing there, dad, and nobody's ever called you that, and you take the drive home slow. Next thing you know, next thing you know,
have to miss me. I guess I'm stuck forever by the glue. Won't you? Finding the right words to use for this song. I have you in mind, so it won't take so long. Love is that I find you, but you're here, and so I love you. I'm the one when I say I've been stuck by the glue onto you.
Hello everybody. I hope we're all having a good time and the food's good and the wine's good. Yes? Good. Well, firstly, I just want to thank all of you for making the journey to celebrate Melissa and I's second wedding. I promise it will be the last one. By land, sea and air, you have all made a tremendous effort to be here and we both appreciate it. I'd also like to thank Melissa's bridesmaids, in particular Shanice, who has made this night possible. She's worked really hard. And also a round of applause to my sister, who was really helpful this evening as well. And also, thank you for the bridesmaids for making sure Melissa didn't get cold feet, though how could she in this heat? Before I met Melissa, I didn't think it was possible to cry with happiness. Since being with her, I have cried 3 times, make that 4 this evening. The first was when I proposed. The second was on our first wedding, and the third was after seeing Melissa after 2 months of separation. I think if there's ever a sign you've made the right choice, making me feel things I didn't think were possible is pretty close to it. But we're not just celebrating the bond Melissa and I share, but also the joining of 2 families. The Langtons and the Kongs have many differences, our language, our customs, and continents, but we do hold the same values: loving and supporting parents, great hospitality, and a fierce determination to support one another. I know our 2 families will only grow closer and closer, so let's raise our glasses to our amazing parents, grandparents, siblings, and cousins who made our lives so special. Thank you. Cheers.
Hello, everybody. I was first of all going to introduce myself, but I think you know me as the incompetent coin tosser already. But no, I'm Michael, Chris's dad, and this is Catherine, my lovely wife, Chris's mum, and we're married as well. I was going to say, we haven't coordinated our speech. I was going to thank everybody as well, because it's amazing that so many people have come from near and far. Some amazing journeys to get here, some hiccups as well. A replacement bus service from Kuala Lumpur to Tiamen, just like being back at home trying to get from Manchester to Leeds. So thank you very much. I know Chris and Melissa really appreciate everybody who's here tonight. Special thanks to Kevin and Catherine for making us feel so welcome when we first arrived in Malaysia, for taking us for that lovely dinner. And the look on your face when you saw us leaving the restaurant thinking, I don't think they're going to make it to Tiamen. And that was only made worse by taking about 10 minutes to leave the car park because we couldn't find our way out. But we made it, we're back. So Chris and Melissa's story is very similar to mine and Catherine's. For those who don't know, I met Catherine on a plane in Canada, and 5.5 weeks later, we were engaged. So very quick, just like Chris and Melissa, they knew pretty quick that they were in love. And to use a medical analogy, love is like backache. It doesn't show up on X-ray, but you know it's there. But marrying somebody from another country can provide some cultural and language problems. even if you share the same language. So when I first met Catherine in Canada, I complimented her on her bracelet, which was a charm bracelet. And she responded by saying, "Our charm bracelet's big in the UK." To which I said, "Well, they're sort of regular size, really." And even after 25 years, I still find out words that have... No, 25 years ago this happened. We were doing something, I don't know, play fighting or something, and you said you had a Charlie horse. Yeah, that's a dead leg. So, Melissa has command of 11 languages, and Chris, you've got GCSE French, did you? Or did you? Yes, yeah, so, and you're pretty good at English as well, I think. Yeah. So there's plenty of room for amusement and education as you carry on your married life, I think. But in summary, Catherine and I were very lucky to have two supportive parents, two sets of supportive parents that helped us through our married life, and I'm sure Kevin and Catherine, you would agree that these two will have two sets of supportive parents to help and support you through your married life. So Chris and Melissa, we're very proud of you. We love you, and I'd like to propose a toast for your happy marriage. To Chris and Melissa.
My name is Shanice. So I just wanted to say how happy I am to be here to celebrate Melissa's and Chris' wedding with everyone. And once again, congratulations to the newlyweds. Melissa, you look absolutely stunning today, and I'm really happy to be here to be as a part of your special day as the maid of honor. So, for those that you've not known, I actually know Melissa for more than like 20 years. So she has been with me through like thick and thin, and then I'm really grateful for all the memories that we have created together. So we have like laughed together, we did a lot of crazy stuff together, and we also like listen to each other's like problems through our life's ups and downs. And I hope that we'll continue to be there for each other, even though you are going on your next journey or like next chapter of life. And to Chris, thank you for making Melissa the happiest she's ever been. And also welcome to the group. And please promise to take care of each other even through like tough times. And also, if you have the chance, do come back to visit us often. Okay, so I would like to raise our glass. So here's to everlasting love to the newlyweds. Yam sing!
I wish you bluebirds in the spring to give your heart a song to sing, and then a kiss, and more than this, I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health and more than wealth. I wish you love. My breaking heart and I agree, but you and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm. But most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. When snowflakes fall, I wish you love. Oh, when snowflakes fall, I wish you La